Hello everyone, welcome to this weekly Bitcoin update. In this new week, we're seeing a major development on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has officially closed below the weekly 50 EMA line for the first time in several months. In fact, the first time this year. The last time Bitcoin moved above this weekly 50 EMA line was around March 2023, and since breaking above it, this EMA has consistently acted as a dynamic support level. It held as support in September 2023, again in 2024, earlier this year in March 2025, it even formed a double bottom structure around that zone, and it also served as a significant support level. But right now, heading into November 2025, Bitcoin has printed a strong, bearish weekly candle, closing clearly below that EMA. This is the first confirmed weekly break below it in a very long time. In the last 24 hours alone, the market has seen over $757 million in liquidations, with roughly $417 million from long positions and $339 million from short positions. This shows a highly volatile environment on Bitcoin. On the Fear and Greed Index, Bitcoin is currently sitting in extreme fear territory. Yesterday, which was Sunday, the index was at 18. Today, Monday, it has dropped further to 17. For context, the last major extreme greed reading was in November 2024 at 88%. And earlier this year, on March 11, 2025, we recorded the lowest extreme fear reading of 15. Right now, mid-November 2025, we are back in deep fear levels again. Looking at Bitcoin's monthly returns for 2025, last month, October, closed with a negative performance of minus 3.69%. So far this month, November is sitting at minus 13.22% already. And although the year overall hasn't been entirely positive, October and November have both produced sharp downside movements. Now let's return back to the chart so I can show you the key technical levels you need to watch on Bitcoin. Moving to the daily time frame, there's a major ascending trend line that has been acting as a structural support for Bitcoin. Even after breaking below the weekly EMA, this trend line has remained intact and continues to hold price. We saw this same trend line act as strong support in September 2023, again in August 2024, then in September 2024, and very clearly in April 2025. It has multiple reaction points, confirming it as a valid long-term support structure. Fast forward to November 2025, price is now retesting that exact same trend line again. How Bitcoin reacts here will strongly influence the direction for the coming week. On the daily chart, Bitcoin is also reacting to a horizontal support zone around $93,000, which lines up with the trend line support. What we want to see is buyers defending this level. If buyers step in, Bitcoin has a chance to rebound to the upside. But if price decisively closes below $93,000, then the next downside target opens toward the $74,000 region. The overall price structure since Bitcoin made the recent all-time high at $126,000 has been a clear series of lower highs. We had lower highs in October 2025 and again around November 11, 2025. None of these highs have broken structure to the upside, which means we are still operating inside a short-term bearish market structure. So the expectation is straightforward. If Bitcoin is going to attempt any short-term bullish recovery, then buyers must come in at this $93,000 support zone. This level is the key line in the sand. In other words, it's the last major support buyers must protect. That's all for now. Make sure to subscribe for more weekly Bitcoin updates. I'll continue giving you detailed coverage on where Bitcoin is heading and what key levels you should be tracking. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.